All right, welcome to Dual Redundancy, the only podcast where you can hear all latest in television and entertainment news with too many hosts with exactly the same opinions. I'm one of those hosts, David Allen, and another one is
John Berwick, and a third one is
Kyle Bridger. I would say that I am the summer box office to John's Oscar season to Dave's drab winter movie months.
Well, which winter movie months are we talking about? Because November, December, that's a pretty good spot.
We're talking
there.
January, February, my man.
In a normal year, because this year was a completely different year. I mean, Judas and the Black Messiah, an Oscar contender, Nomadland, they came out in like February.
We're talking Jennifer's Body territory, okay?
Okay. Well, we're not talking about winter movies tonight. We're talking about summer movies tonight because it is a summer game playing. We're not doing the box office draft. Every summer we try to do it, but we had to take last year off because, well, we didn't have a summer box office. It just didn't exist. And while movies are coming back, this season isn't 100% stable yet. It's going to be very hard to predict. Release dates may still change. Others may be moved, to different apps and streaming services. But we still wanted to preview the summer movies somehow. And this summer, there's a bunch actually coming to theaters and also to streaming services. So we're going to talk about all of them the best we can with a game. And this year we're going to hold an auction. Now, this is partially inspired by the Big Picture podcast, but each of us are going to get 3 of our most anticipated movies of the summer. These are our favorites. These are the ones we want to see the most. It has nothing to do with popularity or box office. Just the 3 that you're going to spend your hard-earned dollars and risk a pandemic to go into the theater for. So you got to stand by these picks. Each host needs 3 films. And so I guess 9 films are going to be sold off. And how are we going to decide which films we're going to do and when? Because if we all picked a film, well, okay, that shows your hand. That shows the one you're interested in. So instead, this time we have a wheel. Every round, a wheel will be spun to see what film will be up for bid next. That wheel will have 12 films on it. So you don't know if or when your favorite's going to show up for bid. Again, only 9 films are going to be selected. We will allow 1 pass per film, though. So, for instance, Black Widow comes up on the wheel. If none of us want it, we pass it. But if it comes up again on the wheel, at the 4th slot, the 6th slot, we have to bid on it, and one of us has to take it. Again, only 9 films are going to be sold off. We're going to have $1,000 each. This is coming out of your paychecks from Dual Redundancy. Those weekly paychecks you all get.
Well, good thing it's 0. Zero's coming out because zero's going in.
Yeah, well, you got 1,000 this time. And
okay. Monopoly money.
I don't want to bid.
Yeah. Okay. You got to bid. Bidding will go in increments of 10 because I'm going to be stuck here doing the math. So we're not going to do any decimals and any taxes. No, it's 10. Okay. And every time a bid is placed, we're going to have 30 seconds to make another bid. John will be with a timer, 30 seconds on the clock. You got to make your bid in that time or you'll hear a buzzer. And every time a bid is made, the clock resets until the film is sold off. All right. Any questions? Anything I missed? Anything I forgot? Oh,
repeat it all.
Yeah, should I start over? If you're listening at home, rewind back 5 minutes and you can hear everything I just said. But
what is a movie?
Yeah, what is a movie? The $1,000 though. If at the end you have the most money left over in your bank account, I think that should be a special prize. And that prize is you get to choose, because we love our games, we love our drafts. You get to choose your spot in the next draft game we do, whether it's a TV draft, whether it's the box office draft. You get to choose your spot. If you want to go first, second, third, whatever you want, the choice is yours if you have the most money left over. Sound good?
What?
Yeah, dude. Let's
do it. Got a lot to do tonight. Okay, John, you're going to spin the wheel. I trust you. What is the first film up for bid?
Ooh, even sound effects. Wow.
Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow, the first film
Oh
on the
boy.
list. We could start the bidding at let's say $10. Anybody want to put in the first bid for Black Widow? Anyone? Anyone?
I'll put $10 down.
Okay, $10 for John. All right. We gonna let him just take it for $10?
I don't want to see Black Widow, but I mean,
But he's gonna be able to get a film for $10. That's not what we want. He's gonna have $980 left over when this draft is done.
all right, fine. I mean, well, so are you gonna put up a bid then?
I don't know. Are you?
I'll put down
5.
20. 20.
Okay, he's 20. All right, he's in for 20. I don't want Black Widow. So.
No, I don't either.
Okay, so we just run out the clock now.
Yep. Kyle gets
That's
it.
fine.
Okay, but
That's fine. I mean, there's a lot of junk on here,
yeah.
and there's really only 2 that I want. So
Okay,
I'll take Black Widow for $20.
$20.
5,
No.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's fine.
All right,
I got
$20.
$980 to play with.
Yeah.
And I've got, the good, bad, and watchable. They're gonna be rolling over, trying to figure out how this went for $20.
Well, maybe you can use this $20 to buy Rojas The Wolf of Wall Street Blu-ray so we can actually watch it and enjoy it, because I don't know why he thinks that's just watchable. But yeah, Black Widow here. This was in my like bottom tier of stuff. Again, it's no surprise on the podcast that we're not superhero guys. We just Marvel. We don't have that much interest. But I feel like this maybe a year, 2 years ago, whenever this was supposed to come out, sure, it would have been fun. But like, I feel like right now, I feel like this movie's already come out. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I've already seen it, and I haven't.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were doing marketing for it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
It was ready to go. It was supposed to be last May. So probably last April is when they, pushed it another year, and then they pushed it to now July. It's coming out, not even in this normal May slot. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, I have no real desire, but I mean, if we put this auction after the auction out to the fans, me having Black Widow on my side,
well, that's why
would be,
that's
I
what
would
we
have
talked
the fan
about
votes.
in the pre-show, if we're going to do even a fan vote, because again, it's the most anticipated, like your favorites, because it's like, yeah, I could choose Black Widow, and I'm not going to reveal all my picks, but all the superhero movies of the summer, and then I'm going to get the most votes. But it's like, I don't want to actually, I don't know if I would spend $20 of real money going to the theater to watch Black
You
Widow.
don't even want to spend your Monopoly money.
Yeah. So for me, it's just, and it's crazy because the film has Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, all these people that I love.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I don't know.
I got to be honest. I don't even think I've seen the trailer for Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean,
I feel like if you like closed your eyes and thought about it, I bet you could like can picture it, because it's Scarlett Johansson.
Florence Pugh, Scarlett Johansson, the acting alone. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you know what you're gonna get with the Marvel movies. It's the same with the TV shows. It's all kind of merging into one. It's got the formula down. But, for 20 doll hairs, I will take it.
Okay. All right. I'll give it to you. Again, this isn't a popular vote. We're doing our heart picks. $20 is a steal. I'll give it to you.
Even though you tricked me into it. But, the fans are going to love it.
I had to do it just for the laughs. Just for the laughs. Okay. So that is it. One film off the board. John, let's spin the wheel and find the next film.
Free Guy.
Free Guy. Okay. You guys know Free Guy. This is
yeah.
All right. This is for those who don't know, it doesn't have the I think IP that Black Widow does. This is about a bank teller that discovers that he's actually an NPC video game character inside a brutal open world video game. Has Ryan Reynolds as the lead. Free Guy. All right. Again, we'll start the bidding at $10. Anybody want Free Guy? All right. $10. Anyone.
I mean, in its defense, I do like the idea of this movie.
I do too, which is making it tough to take it or not, to be honest, because I don't necessarily want it, but I think it might be something I would enjoy as like a one-off.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would think you would like this. It's like a video game kind of.
Yeah, that's what's tough. I'll take it.
Okay, $10.
I'll take it for $10. Yeah.
You think you're gonna take it? Well, I might bid. No,
yeah,
I'm
go for it.
I'm not. Yeah. Dave, do you have any interest in this movie, in this film?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. No, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
2.
Okay,
1.
we're gonna give it to John.
$10.
John,
wow.
You got it for $10. That's fine. I wasn't gonna raise the price because it feels like we're hesitant. I think we need one of these big ones to come off the board to really shift things up here. But I will say I think this is a great idea. I don't think the trailer did a good job
explaining it
because I kind of was like, what's going on? I thought they were in like a superhero world. And then even when he's like shifting the glasses up and down, I'm like, what is happening here? It didn't take until like so it didn't do a great job of explaining what it is. Also, I feel like Ryan Reynolds is cursed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or if it was an article I read, but him and Ewan McGregor have like, if it wasn't for like Deadpool and Star Wars and those movies, their actually return rate for their movies is awful.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds can be a real hit or miss, and I mean, outside of Deadpool, look up his IMDb.
Yeah,
even recently, it's not that good. Like, there's just
like R.I.P.D. or whatever. What was that movie?
You know, and obviously he had his whole string in the early 2000s of romantic comedies, and it's just like, you know, you could replace them with the Matthew McConaughey movies back in the day. They're all the same plot. It's very formulaic. And this one, again, as you said, the trailer, kind of confusing. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. And I feel like even for me, someone who's not really a video game guy, but also like, I'm watching it and I'm like, is that what they're going to do? Are they going to pick on this or is this actually going in a different direction? And I can't tell from that trailer. And that's already making me like, it feels all over the place, even though, again, really good cast. I mean, it has everyone I love. Jodie Comer, Joe Keery from Stranger Things, Little Rel. I like everyone in this. Like, I think Taika Waititi's in this. Like, it's a great cast. I'm just really worried about the film. But John, it's yours. Are you excited for it for $10?
For $10? Not bad. You know what? If you consider the cost of a ticket around $20, and you know I have $1,000 to play with, $10 isn't very much. So I'm okay with it for now.
Yeah, I will say I am starting to feel a little worried. I don't know.
Why?
Well, from
all your cash,
he's got
and
nothing, and we still have a ton of money.
Yeah, and also it's like, I'm trying to make a podcast here, and so far our first two films, we have 3 bids. That's it.
That's what I was saying. We need one of these big ones.
Yeah, okay. Give us a big one, John. Spin the wheel. Give us a big one.
Big money.
We're in the position to bully Dave out of his pick. The Tomorrow War.
Oh, man. All right. Okay, well, we can talk about this film after.
You know, we could pass on these films to get a big one, right? Should we do it, or if no one wants this film?
I'm not going to bid on this film.
John's not bidding on this film. I'm not bidding on this film. Pass it.
All right.
But if it comes up again, we're screwed.
Old.
Old, okay. The M. Night Shyamalan movie, Old. All right, start the bidding at $10. Anyone want it for $10?
I'm kind of interested, but I don't know anything about it. Like,
yeah,
I just know that Shyamalan is the twist dude. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll put in 10. At least make this interesting. At least maybe we could all get one movie in, and then we can move on. But
okay. So Dave's putting in 10.
I got 10.
John, what are you thinking here?
We got 5 seconds. I don't think so.
I'm
4,
okay.
3,
I'm
2.
okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We're gonna give this to Dave for 10.
I'll take it for 10. Again, I think it's another hit or miss.
Yeah, you're talking serious hit or miss with M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, everyone's always either upset by the twist or like didn't think it was good enough, or and this film, its whole conceit is that you're on an island and that it makes you old. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be more to it at the end of the day. Like, obviously, that's the thing. I'm
sure.
Because even in the trailer or the teaser, I think it was during the Super Bowl, it was like what? And you just see like a ticking clock, and you see it was like random images. And I think, if it can keep the plot kind of under wraps, I think at least at first, a lot of people are going to be interested because it's like that first bump of like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
I got to go, because you want to be a part of it before you find out whatever the twist is.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
If you look at some of his, more recent stuff, I mean, even like he kind of had a rebirth with Split. Everyone, people I think were mixed on Glass, but like I think he has like a
reawakening.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you seen his show yet on Apple?
I've seen parts of his show, and I think parts. I mean, from what I've seen, this was like a year or two ago, whenever it came out. I thought it was very intriguing, and it definitely had this like different world, and had a certain look to the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for $10, it's just an interesting premise. It is, so I think we kind of mentioned it, but it's a family that goes on a holiday. They discover that this beach that they're on, that they're relaxing for a few hours, is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. So yeah, it does have a very unique premise, but I think right now, I mean, I think it always is popular, but horror is definitely, I feel like having a moment, the last few years. I feel like whether it's the A24, Midsommars, and forgetting the one with Toni Collette. I'm forgetting that one. The name Hereditary, and even Get Out. Like, there's a lot of like Us. Like, if this clicks, this will click.
But the thing is like all those I think you just said were A24 productions, right?
I think I'm not sure about the Jordan Peele movies. I don't think they are.
Oh, he's under his own monkey paw thing. But I mean, those were some great, like, just films, let alone horror movies. So I don't know, man. I feel this is a real risk reward situation for this. But I mean, you didn't have to put up much cash.
I got in on the opening bid. I got a movie. I think we'll all feel better now. We all got something. We all got something under our belts. We're all about at the same exact money.
I think we're all holding out for very similar movies too.
Yeah, and I think that's when it's going to get big. I'll be really interested to see what we're all looking forward to. Okay. All right. So I guess we spin that wheel.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Okay, Space Jam. It's the space. It's the space. It's the Space Jam. All right. Start the bidding. $10. Anyone want Space Jam?
I'll take it for 10.
All right. I'll put in 10 as well. 20. We're up to 20.
Let's go 50.
Ooh, 50. Ooh. All right.
Ooh. I'll do 70.
Oh, we're up to 70 already. Okay. I'll do 80. Let's do 80. Space Jam: A New Legacy. I mean,
I think $1,000 is pretty generous.
We're not doing 1,000. You're putting in 1,000.
No. I'm saying that 1,000 cap is pretty generous. I'll do. What are we at? 100?
Okay, you can do 100.
Wow.
Let's see. All right. Let's think about this, Kyle. Do we want to do more than 100 on this? I don't know,
man.
There's other films that are on my list that I want to do. I have a couple ahead of this, so I don't know.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
He's still got a lot of
5,
money.
4, 3, 2,
110.
You're running out the clock.
Running
out the clock.
Buzzer.
Trying to look at my
A New Legacy.
here.
Obviously, the original Michael Jordan here, LeBron James. A lot going on in this one. All the Warner Brothers properties are involved, it looks like.
I'll do 120.
120.
I think I'm going to fight Dave to the death on this one.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the original Space Jam, but I don't know. There's a couple films I want to wait out for. If I had only like one more film left, I would have probably went for it. But I think I'm gonna bow out. I think.
What? So wait, how much time is left?
I think we're at 120. I think.
3,
we'll do 130.
Oh.
Oops, wrong button.
All right. Disregard the buzzer.
Damn. I don't know what I'd choose if I didn't get this, and I think the other one that I want is going to be the same situation. So I'll do 140.
Okay, 140. All right, this is what I wanted to do with this auction. I wanted to get a little game going here. 140.
I'm trying to look at the list, and there's not.
Right? It's tough, especially if it's what I want. Like,
Yeah, like think about it. This is the film you're going to the theater for.
We'll do 150.
Oh man,
you still got $800 left.
I know. That's what
you have so much money. You already have, one film picked. So it's like, okay, you take your $990, split that by 2.
Yeah.
You have like almost $500 to.
I'll do 160.
This is, I wish it wasn't this like early on because
right.
There's some other ones that I would rather get instead.
Let's do
10 seconds.
Let's do 180.
180. Oh.
180. 180 for Space Jam: A New Legacy. So what do you guys think? Is it be better than Jordan's, or I don't know.
No,
I don't think so either.
5, 4, 3,
John,
2, 1. Let it go.
Okay, I believe that's 180 to Kyle.
Not gonna be happy about it, but
I did not want this film. I was just trying to raise the price.
Oh well, It's yours now.
Now it's yours, Bucko.
And so you got it for 180. We subtract that from your total. What are you up? Let's see here. I can't do the math. 800. Solid 800.
I got 800 left. All right, that's fine.
Okay, so Space Jam: A New Legacy. Again, I love the original. This looks like a mess, but it could be a fun mess. I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna be big at the beginning, but is it gonna stay big? That's the real issue, I think. But
and this is one of the ones that's going to be on HBO Max at the same time. So for me, I'll probably just watch it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the original premise is already crazy enough, but this one I think even makes it more crazy. Like I was looking this up, and obviously you got LeBron James, and it's going to be about his youngest son Dom, who find themselves both trapped in the Serververse, which is a virtual space ruled by a rogue AI named, I think it's AIG, or AIG Rhythm, played by Don Cheadle. And then they have to, of course, team up with the Looney Tunes to win a basketball game against virtual avatars of professional basketball players. But then in the trailer, it looked like there was other people from other Warner Brothers properties with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to be competing with like Batman and like, it's like, I don't know what's going to be happening here. I mean, I think it's just like, they're biting a lot more than they can chew.
I don't know how well this thing's gonna be, but I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, it's in your list.
I bought it.
Yeah, your 2 most anticipated movies of the summer, Kyle. The ones you want to see are Black Widow and Space Jam.
Wow, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Maybe you can critique the moves. You're a sports guy. You can look at the things. Oh, double dribble by Bugs Bunny there. That's a foul. That's definitely a foul. But
that's like when I went to a Harlem Globetrotters game and somebody yelled out, "Just play the game!" Like this isn't like they aren't at a children's event. Like, who do you think this is for?
Wow.
Just play the game.
That's funny. All right, there we go. Space Jam is off the board. What do we got? Yeah, 4 films off the board. What's next, John?
A Quiet Place 2.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go. $10 opening bid, and I'll do it. $10.
I'll go right up to 100 to start.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should start it
get this going.
Okay. Okay, 150. That's how we're playing. That's how we're gonna play.
All right, 200.
Oh, 200.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
Already.
We know what the people wanted.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be all right, pretty good. I also know the place they filmed the first one was right down the road from my brother's wife's house, so I've driven past that farm, which is kind of cool. But
all right, we're going big. 250.
250. All right, I'll do 270, man.
Okay, 270.
290.
Oh, there I was gonna say Kyle's out of this, but no, he's in it. 290 for Kyle. I don't know what are we doing with 290? Let's make it even 300.
Oh my god, you guys. So how many? Wait, let's. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, we've got a bid because of 30 seconds. But what are you at?
I mean, I'm at 300 right now. I got the bid.
I'll do 320.
Okay, 320.
Wow.
Yeah. We also got quite a bit left. We only need 2 films.
Mm-hmm.
John and I. You're at 320, John?
Yep.
All right. I'll do 340.
I'll do 360.
360 to Kyle. All right. John, what are you thinking?
I want it. I just don't know
You
if I
want
want
it?
that bad.
Dude, what other films are there?
I know. That's the trouble. All right. I'll do 370.
370. Okay. 370. That's what we got for Quiet Place 2, the sequel.
380.
380 to Kyle. Let's see. 380. You'd still have quite a bit of money left over, John. Are we gonna let him have
a lot of money? Yeah.
380.
I'm looking at the choices and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm looking at the choices and I'm saying 400.
Oh my god. Wow.
400. All right.
Go straight to 420.
Oh, let's see what you did there.
450.
Wow, 450.
Jeez.
We really want this, huh?
I think Kyle's playing the number hike game over here.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've got one film. I think I've already.
Kyle can blow his entire budget right now.
Yeah, I've got nothing to lose here. Really.
Where are we at? 450? 470 to John. 470 to John. Yeah, John, I think we almost have to like team up against Kyle, because if he's going to keep running us over, as long as one of us has more money than he does at the end or something, we can outbid him. But
yeah, well, that's the worry. I don't want to throw $700 worth of my budget out, you know?
So what's 470? Is that where we're at?
That's where we're at.
Okay, I'll make it 480.
Boy.
I'm gonna make it 500.
500.
I would be so happy to have this film that it does not matter to me. I mean,
yeah. Oh man, 500.
Now the 2 films in my back pocket are helping me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But again, you're still gonna go to the theater to see Black Widow. It's on the list. You have to do it now, Kyle. It's on your list. Any film that's on your list, you have to go to the theater.
I'll do 510.
510 to John. For Quiet Place 2, I'll do 520. Why waste time here? We got a lot to do tonight.
Waste time? You're running the clock.
Am I? Is that what I'm doing?
Here.
Let's do 550.
550.
Fellas, I'm gonna take this.
Not if I say 600.
No, Jesus! I almost swore.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the list and there's not that much.
Do I want to put more than half of my remaining money down?
Yeah. Do you?
Well, I will for 610. Yeah.
610. Wow.
620.
620 to Kyle.
Wasting no time.
Okay. 620 to Kyle.
Could you imagine if this was the first film? I think we'd be a little bit more hesitant.
It would have been a lot more crazy.
Yeah. 630.
620.
Oh.
625, I was going to say as a joke.
Yeah, you can't do that, though.
All right, I'll do 650.
650, that's where we're at.
700.
700 to Kyle. This would leave Kyle with just $100.
Yes, it would.
But I'll say 710.
Oh, wowie. Wow.
Kyle, you might as well just go to your max. Because I think Dave is going to run you out.
You think?
I think so. And I think if he doesn't, I might.
Because here's also the thing. I can like almost run him out of money, then get my next films for $10, and then I have the next pick in the next draft. I'm playing the long game.
750.
750 to Kyle. But you see, I could play the long game and have the first pick in the next draft where it actually means something, where there's a bet.
Good.
But I won't. I'll do 760.
I'll do 770.
All right, we'll do 800.
800 to Kyle. Our other films were like 20, 10, 10. 800 to Kyle. John, what are we going to do here? Do we let him just have nothing? No money at the end of this?
I don't know. I don't think that's an issue at all. I think the more issue is, do I want to spend more than $800 on this?
That is the question.
Shoot. Yeah, I'll do 810.
And I'll do 820.
No.
Oh, no.
I bid Black Widow. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, you throw that into the pile too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What am I going to choose if not this?
What are we at? 820?
820.
Yeah. I'll do 830.
830.
Dave's wearing me down, man.
$1,000, and we're blowing it on A Quiet Place too. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the one I want's going to come up again.
That's what I was worried about too.
I don't know. I'll do, where are we at? 830. I'll do 840.
All right. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
John.
2, 1.
Wow.
I don't want to. Man, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
It is. But that's what I want.
Probably the most. I mean,
probably. You know what? It's probably a poor decision on my part, but.
Well, again, it depends on what you're playing for, because like we didn't really put any stakes on this game, so it's like
didn't, which I think is why it's a poor choice. I should have just spent the money. What do I care? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, I think the only stakes is you have to see these films. Like that's the only thing. Like you have to, sit through them. So you can't just buy like all these films for like $10 that are garbage, and then you have all this money left over. Yeah, this was high, but it's like I'm looking at the board here. There's like nothing else I really want. Maybe one or two other things, but like, yikes, I'm not into anything else that's on the board. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Quiet Place 2, obviously the sequel to the 2018 surprise hit. It's getting better reviews than the first one. I think the first one was such a great theater movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this will be, I think it's going to have a huge opening weekend, even with the limited capacity at a lot of these theaters. I think it's going to be big. and I think it's going to be talked about. It's going to start off this season. That's why we're doing this like now. Normally it's like 3 weeks ago would have been the start of the summer season, but I think this weekend is really the start of it this year, and it's with A Quiet Place 2. So yeah, I would love to have this on my team because like already it's like both these films, I'm intrigued by both. I'm definitely going to see them at some point. So yeah, the money to me is imaginary, and again, you know, it's like, okay, we get the pick the spot in the draft, which at the end of the day, you know, who knows what that means? You could pick second place and I could still get first place, you know, or first pick in the draft. So it doesn't mean anything. So I think I like this pick, or this, you know, 840 for Quiet Place 2. Any other thoughts on the film or my pick or anything like that?
850.
Nope, too late, John. I heard the buzzer. Too quiet. Sorry.
So how much did you actually spend again?
I spent 840.
840. And how much do you have left then?
I have $150.
$150. Okay. I really hope the other movie that I want is going to come up. I'm really just hoping that.
Yeah. So what I'm interested now is, I just want, maybe we should do this now before we actually get to this point real quick. Because I think we can't really we talked about, we can't pass the film after the first twice, but like, how are we going to do it? Are we going to have to, if for instance, we already passed on a Tomorrow War, if that comes up again, you know, we start the bidding at $10. Well, somebody has to put in that first $10 to get it. Should we do like a randomized thing for like $10 to at least get the one person to get the starting bid? Because if not, we're kind of doing this kind of pre-planning live on the podcast now, but we have to come up with a system here.
Then it's kind of just like being forced onto somebody, because if nobody wants it and he gets assigned to somebody, then you're just kind of SOL, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's what we have to do.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
It'll be a $10 opening bid, and then it's going to be, we'll go to random.org and we'll assign it something. But that is if it comes up, because we still got, I don't know, what do we have? We've done 5 films so far. We started with 12, so there's a lot of other films on the board that can be chosen. What's the next one, John?
Let me pull it up.
Cruella. Also coming out this weekend. Same weekend as A Quiet Place 2. All right. Opening bid, $10. Anybody want it? Going.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
I'm going to pass. Yeah.
We're passing on Cruella. I don't know why this is happening. This film.
I know. Although the trailer didn't look too bad, but
it doesn't look bad, but it's just like, what are we doing?
Why? Yeah.
The origin story of Cruella de Vil from something like an IP that we haven't seen the last movie of since like 20, 30 years.
Yeah. I think it was when we were children.
Yeah. A cartoon. I think, right? No, it was they did a live action one as well. They did a cartoon and a live action one, but it's like, who like asked for this? And I know all these like Disney films that are like, The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, they all do really well at the box office, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just the idea that it's like a villain again. Like, we're going to get the origin story of the villain. And it's like, okay, that could work for, I feel like, Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. Like, how did this person become the villain? And we want to know, but it's like, but for Cruella de Vil, it's like, how did this person decide to start killing dogs? Let's find out. It's like, is this a kids movie? Like, what's the audience for this film? I don't know.
I know. It is not a kids movie for sure.
Yeah. But okay,
we feel like it.
We passed on Cruella. So again, as we said, we'll spin again.
Yeah.
If Cruella or Tomorrow War comes up, somebody might get it. Someone might get it.
So you have 2 films, right? Yep. John has 1.
Yep.
1.
And I have 2. Okay.
So I think that also gives you incentive to fill up your catalog here, because if you have 3 films taken, well, you won't be in the randomizer.
Yeah.
You won't get stuck with something because you'll be filled up. So spin the wheel, John.
Luca.
This is interesting.
This is an interesting one. Okay. Let's see here. So Luca, the Pixar film. Let me look up if I have a description somewhere. Two friends in a seaside Italian Riviera are actually sea monsters. Okay, that is Luca.
Such a one-liner for a film. Oh my god.
That's the tagline from IMDb.
That sounds like a setup for one of the sketches on Whose Line.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. Just kind of like Whose Line. These points and this money does not matter. Luca, anyone want it for $10? This is tough.
Yeah. I really, God. I want a movie to pop up, but I don't know if it's going to. This is what scares me.
Yeah, it's like I'm waiting on one movie to pop up.
And I think it might be the same movie.
It might be the same one. So that could be, we could have an issue because I won't be able to spend more than $150.
Yeah. So
all right. Well, hang on a second. We're still, we can still talk about this. We haven't started the actual thing yet here. So, okay. So what do we say? Luca, $10. Anyone want it? Going once? Going twice? I'll put in $10 for Luca. $10 for Luca. This would fill up my board.
So there has to be 9 films that are chosen, right?
There has to be 9 chosen. We've chosen 5 so far. We've passed on 2 so far.
So 7 films have come up.
Yes.
Out of 12.
Out of 12. And again, my bid is in, and there's going to be a countdown in.
I'll do 20.
Okay, 20. Okay. Yeah, do I want to? I mean, I'll just do 30. It's all playing the guessing game here because, something could come up again. And then there's that other chance. It's like chance on chance on chance. Or the next film could be the one you want. Like it's.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Let's do 40.
I'll make it 50.
How much does Dave have left? 100,
150. He
150?
has 150 left.
150.
And he's bidding 50.
Because at the end of the day, I'll be out and it'll just be between you two guys.
Yeah.
And you probably won't spend all your money to get down 100. So I'll probably have the least amount of money left over anyways.
Yeah. I'll do 60.
60. Okay. Looking at the board. I'm looking at it and I'm not liking it.
I'm not either. Just with the amount of spaces left.
70.
All right, let's do 100.
100. Wow, Kyle's going up to 100. If this happens, then it's just going to be between me and John has $990 for 2 films. So it's going to be like he can get every film he wants for $10, and it's not going to be a contest. He'll get the first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do 110. Because I think at this point, the game for that most money is between you and John, Kyle. So I mean, it's like, do you want to waste all your money outbidding me just to? I don't know, because I'm already gonna be so low.
I will give it to you because I'll hope for one of the other ones to come up.
Okay. What was the? Or we actually gotta wait till time.
Yeah, I think it's 110 is what you're at.
Okay, 110. I'll take it. Luca. Okay, I'm left with $40. That's not bad. I can buy probably a small popcorn with that price.
Probably, barely.
All right, so Luca.
All right, I'm just praying that.
Yeah. So the reason I picked Luca, I mean, it's you never 100% know with these obviously kids animated films, but it's Pixar.
Yeah,
it's Pixar. I mean, their track record is mostly home runs. Maybe the occasional triple in there. Like it's always pretty darn good, and it looks beautiful. I think this was on my list. This was in my top 3. I'll just say those were my top 3 choices going into this. Old was like number 4 kind of on my list. So there's another film that I'd rather have. Maybe we could talk trades at the end if we want. Who knows? Maybe. But I don't know if it's coming up. And it could be the next one. It could be, or it could be the next one, and you guys outbid me, $160 instantly. And then it's like, well, what was the point of me waiting? So I was playing the safer game and getting Luca here. So.
Yeah, I understand. I looked at the trailer for Luca, and I mean, I do think it's going to be probably pretty good because it is Pixar, but I didn't think it was like this amazing looking at. I just thought, okay, maybe it's good, but I didn't think it was going to be the best Pixar thing that we've seen so far. So hence my hesitation. Wasn't, out of what we have left, it's probably top 2, but
Yeah, so I was playing the safer game.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming because I do not want to get stuck with Cruella, and I can't now. It's impossible. So John, you could get to a point where if Kyle picks like the next film and we all of a sudden roll Tomorrow War and Cruella, you're stuck with him because there's no one to randomize with.
This could be bad news.
All right. So I'm out. We still got a bunch of films on the list. Roll it, John. Candyman. All right. Candyman. I think, is this one where you can't say it like 3 times and it comes or something?
It's 5. It's
5 times. Okay. So I only said it like twice, 3 times. So I'm okay right now. But anyone want Candyman?
I'll do 10.
Okay. Opening bid for 10 for Candyman.
See, now I have to decide whether I want to roll the roulette or roll the Kyle roulette. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, do you get it now and play it safe so you don't get stuck with something later?
I guess what it comes down to is, do I want this more or less than Cruella or Tomorrow War? And I don't think I do. 5, 4. I'm not counting. He's not gonna bet himself.
Okay. Candyman for 10. That's a great deal.
Yeah. And this is the movie I wanted. I think it could be a high risk, high reward, but I'm putting my trust in Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
He's on the screenplay, and I believe in that production company because it's through Jordan Peele's production company. So I've heard the old Candyman was bad, but because I think this is a remix.
It's like of its time probably.
Yeah. But I'm down for this one. And the fact that I got it for 10 Monopoly money, which is pretty wild because this is one of the ones that I was hoping was going to pop up. I don't know about you, Dave, but I mean,
this was on my list, like in my middle tier, along with old, and I even had Space Jam in there, but this was in my middle tier of things. Because Jordan Peele, I mean, that's a name now you can pretty much, usually trust. There's some of his producing projects that can be hit or miss. He's been producing a lot of things recently, and sometimes it's like, that's just the name credit. You didn't really do anything on this one. Yeah. But this one, he is a writer here on this reboot, so that's a good sign. So his hands are on the script. Makes me have more faith in it. But and then if you also look at the cast is a lot of actors that are like a lot up and coming actors, a lot of good actors. So that's a good pick, and for $10, it is a steal. It's interesting. Yes. I guess I could tell you my film I was waiting for, and I don't know if you guys were going to have it. I thought maybe towards the end Kyle may have it, but the one I'm looking forward to, I think maybe it might be the most fun theater experience, is In the Heights. I think it's the musical adaptation of Lin-Manuel Miranda's Broadway hit, and I just feel like, again, I don't even know this musical. I've never seen it. I don't know the story of it, but I saw that trailer, and man, it's just the lights, the color, the music. It was popping. It with the dance. It was just big budget spectacle. New York City, summertime. It just felt like, okay, this is a movie that I would go back to the theater to see. So the trailer worked on me. It just seems like a lot of fun.
That's an interesting choice on yours. I would rather just burn In the Heights to the ground. So just like, I just have no
the property or the movie.
Not the property, the movie.
Okay, just checking.
I'm not going to Washington Heights and putting it on fire. Jesus,
okay,
that out there.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of early buzz, even for Oscar talk. So,
well, hey, that's good.
So you're telling me I could have possibly got this thing for $10 then?
Yes.
Well, I'm still happy with what I got.
I have no affiliation with In the Heights whatsoever.
Okay. Well, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna spin a wheel, and John, you can pass.
Yeah,
you can pass things, but again, if you pass, it'll come up, and then you automatically get it for $10. So,
yeah,
play wisely. Here we go. Spin the wheel.
Oh, Cruella.
All right. We got Cruella for John.
No,
Man,
John.
I was really hoping it wasn't going to come back.
But it did. Hoping. That's the rule we came up with right before the pod. And
are you hoping for the
what are you
Suicide
hoping
Squad?
For?
I think at this point, yeah, Suicide Squad and Fast 9, I think were the two I was kind of hoping to end up with.
Let me ask you though, okay? Suicide Squad or Fast 9, do you actually want to see those films, or are you just playing the that's a blockbuster, that's popular thing? That's my question.
Mostly yes. Out of what's left, yes, mostly I want to see them.
Okay, that's what I'm making sure, because again,
those are the ones I would want to see the most. Let me put it that way. I'm not looking to see them, but if I had to choose.
Yeah, you're not just coming in here and picking, Black Widow, Suicide Squad, F9. All right, I'm out. It's just like...
No, because I wouldn't choose Suicide Squad. The first one didn't do great.
Okay. Well, it's on the board. So I believe right now, this is all that's left on the board. F9, In the Heights, The Suicide Squad, and The Tomorrow War, which already has a pass on it.
Oh, man.
Okay, here we
go.
He's
got like 1 in 5.
Here we go.
Tomorrow War.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Of course.
Oh, John. Well, here's the thing about Tomorrow War, and I don't know anything about this movie because the trailer's like 30 seconds long, and it's the gist of we're fighting an unknown force, and that's it. I mean, this could be the coolest thing that you've ever seen, but we have no idea what's going on, right? There's no like extended trailer. I didn't see anything online.
There's barely even an image I could find to put into the show for the podcast. Very basic. I believe it's an Amazon original movie.
Yeah.
The cast, I mean, is pretty good. Chris Pratt, J.K. Simmons, Betty Gilpin, Sam Richardson. So the cast is good. But then I also look at like the producers. Oh, David S. Goyer. I think he does a lot of those like DC movies. I think he's always. I think that's him. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, kind of stuff. But so yeah, it could be really hit or miss. I don't know. For me right now, I don't know if this is unpopular opinion. I think it's probably a somewhat popular one right now. Not the biggest Chris Pratt fan right now. I used to love him. I used to look at everything he does, whether back in the day with Parks and Rec and all that stuff. I'm like, yes, I'm seeing whatever Chris Pratt movie's coming out. Now I don't really care. I don't.
Yeah, I feel like he's turning into, what's his name? Except instead of being like the nerdy dorky kid, he's now like the goofy guy. You know what I mean? It's like that's just him in everything. It feels like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's very.
He does a good job at it, but it feels very one track, and I kind of would like to see.
Well, that's how it feels with like Ryan Reynolds in every movie that he's in. It's like the same character, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe 5 years ago, probably this film would have starred, someone like Ryan Reynolds type.
But John, hey, we don't know a lot about this movie. Could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe it comes out and it's really good.
Yeah.
But that Cruella one is gonna hurt.
Yeah. So, John, you're seeing. I mean, we'll go through the list of what everyone has and say how much money everyone got left here. We could start off with Kyle. Your team is Black Widow, Space Jam: A New Legacy, and Candyman. You have $790 left in the bank.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, really. I mean, really, Space Jam was the only one that you really had to, bid for.
And it was just because I was trying to raise the price. I didn't really want the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't mind watching
I'll trade you Cruella for it.
Nice try. Did I miss it? What was the one you did want in there on your list?
I wanted Candyman and I wanted A Quiet Place too. Those were the two. So I wanted that, and what was the third one I have? Oh, Black Widow. So I mean, I would have liked to had, if I had my choice of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Quiet Place 2, Candyman, and probably Luca or the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the Suicide Squad, at least for me, it's another like hit or miss. You know, it's take two and it's James Gunn version. And I feel like at this point, I've seen so much what James Gunn can do, and, you know, never count him out. But I like the Guardians films, actually. Those are like the few superhero movies I do like. But I feel like I've already seen this kind of, you know, ragtag group of underdogs coming in with the quippy lines. Like, I feel like I've already seen this movie before I saw it. So that's my issue with that film. Yeah. But all right. Okay. So, John, let's look at your list. You have Free Guy, Cruella, and Tomorrow War, all for $10. Wow. You didn't have to bid at all, really, John. You have $970 left.
Yeah. I guess this gives me a good leg for our next thing, but I feel like I'm not doing well today, man.
I think I think you were playing the long game, hoping for your stuff, and
I maybe aimed too long.
Yeah, really, the pass thing. I'm kind of glad we came up with that rule. Just
really hoping that wouldn't bite me, and of course, the only two it could have been.
Of course.
Oh man.
And then let's go with my picks here. I got Old, A Quiet Place 2, and Luca.
It's a pretty solid lineup.
Yeah, and I have $40 left. So, but again, I knew I wasn't gonna have that much anyways left over between you two. So might as well go all in and get the stuff I want. Mm-hmm. And like I said, those three were my top four. So I'm pretty good. I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to run through? Honorable mentions of films that we also are looking forward to this summer. Anything on your guys' list? John, anything on your list that jumps out that you want to talk about? Anything that you're looking forward to?
Nothing specific. I'm looking at I think you put a poster in here for Jungle Cruise, at least a small one. Is that a train? Or is that a boat?
I think it's a cruise. I think it's a...
Is it? I can't... The preview's too small for me to see.
Oh, okay.
I might have been into
The
it
Rock
if it was a train,
and Emily Blunt.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, so if it was Jungle Train, you would have been on it.
I think more so, yeah.
Okay. That's a note for Disney. I'll relay it to him. But, okay. Anything for you, Kyle?
Yeah. So mine was going to be Zola. So I read this whole Twitter thread when it like kind of came out, when it was going viral. And it was like a movie script in and of itself. I mean, it was crazy, just a wild story. If it's true, I mean, it could have just been made up, but if it's true, it's a wild, wild story. And I'm excited to see what they do with it. And it has one of your favorite people, Coleman Domingo.
Cousin Greg's in it from Succession.
Yeah, Cousin Greg, for sure. I think it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting story.
This is on my list. This is probably my most anticipated, actually. But I felt like it wasn't fair to put this in the auction, because I feel like I didn't know what your guys' thoughts on it was, and it's like, you know, $10. Like, I didn't know how it would play stuff, because it is it's a more indie film. It's A24, and it's based on this infamous tweet thread that you said. I think it's like 148 tweets.
Yeah.
And it's about how a stripper embarks on a wild road trip to Florida. And again, it has all these like actors appearing in it that are just, it's gonna be wild, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
That's on my list. I also have another A24 film I saw just browsing the list of movies coming out. It's called False Positive. It's going to be a contemporary take on Rosemary's Baby, and it stars Alana Glazer, Broad City, and our boy Justin Theroux.
Okay, interesting.
So again, you got A24, Justin Theroux, Alana Glazer, Rosemary's Baby. You're like, okay, got a lot of things going on in there.
Yeah,
that could be good. Anything else? Anything else anyone's looking forward to this summer?
No, I can tell you what I'm not.
Yeah.
The Forever Purge looks horrible. Hitman Wife's Bodyguard, that looks like Ryan Reynolds, doing his usual character. The Green Knight, which is being produced by A24, distributed by them. I don't know if they're production company or distributed, but it looks like an interesting kind of like not a superhero, but like that in that same vein. It's like their kind of dive into that world, I think.
Yeah, it does look interesting. I had it on my list at first, and then I saw the words medieval, and you guys know how I feel about medieval, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, all that kind of time period. And I was like, no, I'll still probably check it out because it's A24, but yeah, I will say, well, the summer looks a little hit or miss for me. The fall is looking pretty good. There's a lot of stuff in the fall that I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we got to do, because I think there's a lot of blockbusters in the fall coming out, plus Oscar movies, and I think a lot of Oscar movies that could be blockbusters.
Yeah.
So that might be a fun one to look forward to when we get closer to the fall. But that's it for the draft. That's it for summer movies. If you liked this podcast, we have other similar shows, I guess, for you to check out. Last year, we had The Good, the Bad, and the Watchable on, and the six of us all shared our favorite summer blockbusters. We all went through, all shared our favorites, through the last 10, 20, 30 years. So that's a good one to talk about. We're talking summer movies there. And if you want more movies and more in-depth conversations, we've done 6 full movie breakdowns, including 4 that celebrate their anniversaries again this summer. And those include Ghostbusters, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Back to the Future, Die Hard. We sat there, some of them like 2 hours, talking about these films. So there's a lot of content there for you to check out if you like that. And you may need it because we're going to be off next week. There's no live show next week. Memorial Day, we're taking the time off. We're going to be back in June, and there's a lot coming up in June. There's a lot of new shows coming out. We have Lizzie's Story, Physical, and the much anticipated Loki, plus the return of Dave. And we also have movies like In the Heights and Luca, which we talked about tonight. We might talk about them because they'll be dropping on streaming services. And we may even dive deep into a movie that's celebrating its 50th anniversary. And I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys think about what movie is celebrating 50 years.
The Godfather?
Well, you think about it. Think about it and get back to me. But you can find episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, the blog, dualredundancy.com. And of course, we're live Tuesday nights on Twitch, twitch.tv/dualredundancy. And make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Dual Redundancy so you can know when we're going live again, which I believe will be Tuesday, June 8th. That's it. Until next time, I'm David Allen.
I'm John Berwick.
And I'm Kyle Bridger.
And that's all we got for Dual Redundancy. Goodbye, everybody.